Am I ever happy to be sitting here right now in the loving kindness shelter of the universe. And we can mimic the universe tonight, can't we? I mean, we are the universe. We're made of the same stuff. So we are a loving kindness shelter tonight. Anyone into a little TLC? How did they go? Right? Are you the kind of friend to yourself that you want to be? Sometimes we kind of have a little bipolar thing going on, and we're not so nice to ourselves. And that gives pretty steady rotten treatment. So there's a whole cure for all of that setup. We're under a big rig job, man. That we got dealt a rigged set of cards in this lifetime. This universe is full of energies that we get totally living under the influence of, and it's not really our fault. It is not our fault. It is not anybody's fault. There's nothing to blame here, right? It is more a matter of where you're going to find your nearest loving kindness shelter. And the best one located near you is inside the heart, inside this little cozy living room called your heart space. So we're going to look at the heart space as we always do in outer space tonight from a bird's eye perspective. And we're going to come in here and we're going to see how we can treat each other, how we can treat ourselves, and how we can treat each other. If I were you, and I am, I certainly wouldn't wait for something to happen from outside of you, or some angel coming down and tapping you on the, or Tinkerbell or something and saying, this is going to help you a lot. Bang. No, we got to find this happy place ourselves, kids. And one really cool thing, I think, is that by being nice, just by friggin' being nice, man, the whole game can change. Just by being nice. If you're really having a big struggle today, we're going to take time out tonight and we're going to be nice to ourselves. And it might just rub off that we can then be nice to each other. You know what I'm saying? And we might even find a little shelter in the love. In the love embrace. The love hug. Because things are happening that are more powerful than we know, for better or for worse. And so we need to kind of tuck in like adult little babies. No mother or father would ever, get mad at that little baby, the real little baby. You know what I'm saying? Very few humans go that far. And we are these grown-up adult babies that really are just as kind of ignorant at times, or most of the time. So the universe sees us as that, and I swear, it's just pouring compassion into you and me, man. It is pouring so much loving attention into you and me. It's ridiculous. The worst day that you have, the worst moments, the worst behavior, here comes the loving kindness. Here comes the compassion. It's not here come the judge. It's the opposite. Here comes more love than you can ever handle or bear. Now, I'm just suggesting that we will mimic this universe tonight as best we can, so that we can just find that shelter within. You know what I mean? Find the shelter on this Love Force station tonight as well. It's always a shelter of kinds. It's always like a powerhouse station, or it is, come on, let's get it going, fire it up station, a fire station, But tonight is a loving kindness station. And I think of all the things that most, if not all, mortals need is loving kindness. Another way to say that is RESPECT. That's what my baby means to me. Can you mean RESPECT to your little baby self? Huh? Can you? Can you offer some respect and just honor and compassion and stepping back and just seeing that, hey, not guilty. No one is guilty. Not with this pure love force that is settled in every cosmic cell of ours, just waiting to pop open and explode you with your purity and innocence and unceasing love. No way, Jose. I'm telling you, bum rap. The dice was rigged, baby, when it was thrown for you and me to get down here in this human suit, right? Living under the influences of these cosmic energies. There are the darkest ones, there's everything in between, and there is those energies of light. But you and I are born beyond those three energies. We are pure cosmic, divine, supreme love force. See what I'm saying? So this is a game of ascension, really. And how do we ascend? How do we lift up? How do we awake? Loving kindness. It starts with just be nice, darling. Just be nice with yourself. Back off of the self-judgments. Back off that you're not adequate. Back off that you just screwed up. Back off, that you're not going to be able to make it. Back off of all of that and just slip into the love stream that we call. Slip into the stars. Slip into this backdrop that the universe has your back so you can see yourself with so much compassion. So much loving kindness that if you need some time off, this human system was not designed to deal with the stress that we put on ourselves. No, you're burning fuses. Sometimes we come on this love station here, and we're like these pressure cookers, baby. So this is also a great relief station too, right? A relief from the grief shelter. And you can just come here and just let it all off, this pent-up energy, this frustration, just total right? We're going to let off some steam if you need to on this love station tonight so that we can be in more of a softer mood instead of just going to explode mood for the loving kindness and the respect. See, what happens is because we're living under the influence of these energies, not just in this life, but from lifetime to lifetime, we carry what we call patterns. Do you know what a pattern is? It's a pattern of the way that you automatically, unconsciously, just kind of blindly operate by. A pattern. A repeated repetition forming a certain habit pattern. Habits of thinking, habits of emotions, habits of reactions, habits of everything you can think of. We're patterned. We're so patterned after so many lives of just being subjected to this so-called illusion, this Maya, this hypnosis, this drug, and being drugged with this forgetfulness and ignorance of who we are and whose we are and all that stuff, right? We develop patterns. Now here's what's interesting about patterns, kids, and that is that we have maybe a new friend starting up. We might even find that someone that we're going to hook up with, get hooked up, maybe even say a vow or two to each other. And it's kind of unfair if you don't have the understanding of this in advance. It's a little unfair because what we don't know in our little baby ignorance, where we're not guilty, right? We don't realize that person is full of patterns. And so are you. And so what you see on the surface isn't necessarily what you're going to get, This infatuation thing, this falling in love thing is so cute in the beginning, isn't it? Where you're just falling in love, you're you're infatuated. There's a physical attraction. For most, it's mostly physical attraction. Some we have the same likes. We like to go to theater. We like to do whatever. And others have creative similarities. Luckily, there's some that have a higher calling similarity. Like let's be everything that we can really be. Let's grow our love together, kind of thing. That's a beautiful, now that's closer to the love deal, right? But what happens is in the beginning, it's because of the physical attraction and everything about that person you love, right? I mean, they can have a little habit where the food kind of drips on. They don't wipe their face after they eat, and you go, oh, that's so cute that you don't wipe your food. If they see it in the corners of your mouth, and other little cute little things that you just think is so cute about this person. Well, listen, as well as I do, that turns into, whoo, would you stop that? I can't believe you're still doing that. You know what I'm saying? When that initial infatuation, or we kind of temper down the love. If it's not true love, it ain't going to keep getting to be real love, man. You and I have to go onto this loving kindness shelter and self-love shelter for a long time before we can learn to grow the love, if you know what I'm saying. So all of those things, though, all of the things that we carry over, and these habits that all of you know is so hard to break, they come out ferociously in a relationship that you have hidden those things. They may not be in full blast in the beginning, and they come out later. And it's just not fair in a relatively new relationship that the old comes in to bombard the possibility of a real friendship here. And we say things, we do things, we repeat things. We're habit driven, and man, it can just blow up. It's called divorce. But I'll tell you, have you read the news lately? Divorce is escalating off the charts these days. The divorce from yourself. Your heart self, your true self is off the charts. Meaning that we are so patterned. And some of us are getting pretty dang lazy about doing something about it until you come to this Love Force Revolution channel and bang, kaboom, every stream we are addressing this. Or we're addressing it with compassion. Or we're saying, hey, don't worry, be happy, smile, it's all going to be okay. Hang out in the love stream and you're going to see yourself change. You see what I'm saying? So there is remedies and cure-alls, kids, not just band-aids, but we got to get back to where we once belonged. Get back to where we now belong. Get back into the loving kindness. Get back to RESPECT. Woo! Self-respect. Self-loving kindness. Hello, Clark. It's just the K's. It's just the K's on tonight. You imagine that? I guess the world must be on some kind of a channel, man. What are we missing out on? Nothing. We tuned in to the shelter. We came into a little loving kindness shelter tonight, Clark. Meaning that we're going to just really hold so much respect for, even if we had the worst day ever, if there's a lot of issues that are still like inflaming, unresolved, maybe in our life, if there's this and that going on, you've come to the right place, because we're going to find shelter in the loving kindness. Another way to say loving kindness is compassion for ourselves, that we're not to blame about anything. We didn't really screw up after all. There's a big NQ right here on the heart. Not guilty, or is guilty with G? Whatever. Yeah, G, I think. Not guilty. NG. Not guilty. We are pure from the get-go, man. I'm not talking about that little baby's ass. Oh, so cute, that little baby's butt, right? No, I'm talking about our immortal self that has never done anything wrong, that can't ever do anything wrong. So for us to even consider that maybe we make a wrong choice. There are no wrong choices, you know, kids. There's just a learning that comes from it. And what is the ultimate learning? Back off, man. Get over your rights and wrongs, right? We are ill-equipped. We're not perfect nav systems, not until we dial into the heart space and the soul space. So we really have the rights and the wrongs and the bumps in the road, and dealing with everyone else's, you know, just flaming nerve endings that have so many patterns going on from past lives. And this poor person they're with is just like, wow, what got into you? We don't realize that it's all that conditioning that can pop up and just friggin' fry the friendship, can fry the possibilities, you know what I mean? So we got to back off the whole deal. We have to back off ourselves, and we have to back off everyone else, and we have to back off what's happening anyone, anywhere, all the time, every situation. Back off. And just hang out in the loving kindness shelter of your soul, of your true nature, of your heart. And if we could just really step in someone else's moccasins for even 5 steps, you would never, ever make that person wrong again. Step into the moccasins of a terrorist, a cold-blooded murderer. Step in there. You would realize in an instant those energies that are compulsing this person to be exactly the way they are. Exactly. And you will cry so many tears that this person is going through this learning. But you would never make that person wrong. And I'm talking to anyone's moccasins. Go put your feet in Trump's moccasins, Hillary's moccasins, Bernie's moccasins, any of the politicians. You think that's a fun job for anybody? Oh, it's easy to judge, right? It's really, I call it slinging the mud around, man. Let's just sling the mud. I mean, that's a kind word, right? But let's just spend the rest of our days slinging mud at each other. Wow. Now, is that a happy existence? Is that a lifetime that you're really capable of living, my friend? Huh? Slinging mud around? How about slinging some loving kindness and compassion around? Now, that would be a good thing to really sling around. You just walk in one person's moccasins, I don't care who it is, across the board, and I swear you would never, ever make that soul wrong. Never in a million years. No. So I'm wondering if you can kind of back off from your identity with this false notion that we have of who we are and what's happening. It's so false. There's 100% chance it is so inaccurate. Every one of your thoughts is 100% absolutely inaccurate. Every one of your smarty pants opinions is 100% inaccurate. So knowing that going into this, kids, wouldn't it be nice if we could just step into our shoes from a little perspective that is designed this way to teach us one supreme lesson in life? Back off. Have love and compassion and kindness and respect for yourself and everyone and everything. See, that's the front door, the back door, the side door into love. Right on, bro. It's bad for ratings, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those listening at home, tonight especially is your night. I like to consider that the Cosmic Mother is the kindness, loving kindness shelter, the compassion shelter. You know, the TLC shelter. This universe really is. And deep inside of you really is what I've just described as unceasing respect for you, my friend. There's nothing you can do to change that. There's nothing that can stop love from loving you. You are already forgiven since the beginning of time. Already. And that is every second of all your existences. You've always been forgiven. There was nothing to forgive. You don't think this super intelligence knows what kind of creation it created? I think there's such compassion in those stars that you see behind me. And they're crying compassion. Starlight. Tears. Changes the picture a little bit, huh? A little bit of this maybe changing things. You know, because if we don't come on this station and there's a radical, woo, man, did I need that tonight, right? Then we're missing the point. You know what I'm saying? But it's so important, and that is the ability also to let go of what happened today, that could have been better, that whatever it was, and it's still unresolved. Listen, there's a point. And we have to retreat. You know, our system is a little fried. Please admit it. The mind isn't thinking so clearly. The emotions are upset. Back off. And take shelter. Everything's going to be okay. You know, a little pause. A little time out. You know, let them review the play. They're going to review the play on the field. Time out. But listen, baby, you're the one that can review your plays. Was there a penalty on the play or not? In the game we're playing of loving kindness, there are no penalties. There are no penalties. Nope, no penalty. Resume the game. Up. Time out. Might be a no penalty. Resume the game. No penalty. No penalty of negative thinking on yourself. No penalty that you messed up. No penalty that you have a gun to your head and a deadline to get things all straightened out. On the outer. No. That gun to your head is frying the nerves too. I feel so much peace when I hear this. Thank you. Hey, that makes the two of us, or the three of us. I just love love, man. I just love the compassion of this universe. You know, if you trust it, just, you know, never think you got enough trust, right? I don't think we all think we have enough trust, enough faith. I don't think. But if you just trusted a little more today than you did yesterday, and had a little more faith today, it will be absolutely right here for you when we are really, really in the dark. It is still there if we don't have that more trust and faith, but we're in the dark a little longer, you know what I'm saying? And if we haven't kind of cultivated the trust and faith over weeks or months and years, then we're in the dark for a longer period. Makes sense, right? But I think you and I, since it's part of this game the universe is playing on us, there's going to be dark moments, period, right? There's going to be constant upsets. There's going to be these pattern conditions with us that you thought wasn't a problem anymore going to come up and get you from the rears, you know? Hit you blindside, man. You go, what? And something's going to happen and you really feel like a fool, or you really, really hurt somebody, you know? Or it could be with a word, or emotionally hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So this is the universe. This is the game it's playing. So what we're talking about is to have so much trust and faith in the shelter of your heart and the shelter of your soul that we can go right there when we get blindsided. You know, it's like first love, or who do you go to first when something happens? Who? Or what? Panic? Freak out? Yeah, sure, because that's our pattern, right? But just that little extra trust today, that little more faith today, so that that light is there a little sooner, right? Will get you to the point that you automatically you automatically, first go into the shelter. First. I see it in yoga, Yoga people, one person said to me, when I get it all figured out, when I don't have any more stress, I'll come to yoga. Oh, wait a minute. I thought yoga was to help you with that kind of thing. Right? And so, people have a little steady routine, and it's with their meditation and their prayer and all that kind of stuff, a little steady. And then all hell breaks loose. And then they just abandon that and then go take care of the outer situation. Common sense. But wait, time out. Can't we first run into the shelter? Cry our tears? Can't we pause 5 minutes, run to the loving kindness, the compassion, the love, or help me, assisted living shelter, and just get shored up? Because we're going to deal with something that is, bigger, needs some special forces within us to deal with. But we abandon it, I see it in yoga over the years. Why aren't you here? Something horrible happened and it's taken you 2 months to get back here? Are you friggin' kidding me? And they're not the same person. On the other hand, people come there, all kind of wrecked out. And I just love the fact that delusion will just hammer us and break us so that we can turn within and go to that first place that can heal us, right? Go to the love force. It will heal you. I love that. And then people start feeling better and they forget that they came in there in such need. And I love it when you're in such need because they're into it. They're daily. This is it. This is what I'm looking for. They start feeling their oats again and off they go. And then they start doing that pattern again. Sometimes it's a relationship. You guys ever been in a relationship and it seems awfully similar to the one that you just divorced from? Right? And then all of a sudden this one becomes very similar, and then that's a divorce. I was saying earlier, Clark, that the divorce rate has just skyrocketed. It is just beyond now. And I'm talking about the divorce from having a shelter within. The divorce from having that first place you go to, which is your trust and your faith. And that there is help, man. It's all around you. This universe is one big help station, I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? And if we divorce ourselves from that, come on. There's not going to be a happy ending. It ain't going to be probably a happy day. Hello, Beansy. Welcome. Welcome. We have a little practice here, Beansy. It's not about me. It's no teaching here. There's nothing here but a big old friggin' love force. And it's here to greet you first. The big picture love, The love that is unconditional. Don't you love that word? Which means it ain't ever going to change. It's just going to love you. So it just picks you up, swoops you off your feet, takes you to some amazing corner of this universe, and just make sure that you know how much you're loved. How's that for coming on to a chat site, huh? Ain't that a good beginning? Swoop you off your feet, baby. And then you come back, and now you know how each person is greeted here with utter respect. With really seeing us in our true nature for change, right? Because our subject tonight is on respect and loving kindness and all those things, I'm telling you. Or if you really want to know how to change your life drastically and quickly and powerfully, 2 words. Be nice. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Because we're all in the same boat, man. We all have feelings. We all have thoughts. We're all in the same limitations in these body suits. So I'm just grateful that you are grateful. Because we're in the same boat. Thank you. Be nice. It changes everything. I swear, it's the fastest way out of our stuff, man. The fastest way. Because, when was the last time that you were really treated just with respect, kindness, and just pure nice? For no strings. It disarms you, right? You can't even believe it that someone would do, and maybe it's a stranger. You know who are, I think, my heroes in life are the ones who serve as assistants in assisted living, and they're cleaning diapers all day, and they are some of the nicest, kindest people on the planet, right? Why can't we be that anyway? Just for the way we are. Anyway. And especially with ourselves. It needs to start here, though. It needs to start here. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what you think, what you do. We have to know that we are ignorant for a reason until we wake up. We're trying to wake up. It's like, God, you ever have one of those dreams where he's just like, God, it's a bad dream, but you know you're dreaming and you just try to wake up, right? Until we wake up, we've got to consider this notion that we're under the spell. I got a spell on you. And it's the spell that people call illusion, delusion, or Maya. And we're all under the same spell, It's like, boom, there you go. Here's the poppy fields, There you guys go. Now, let's see if anyone is interested in waking up on this planet, right? It's a game. The universe is playing a game with us. Well, I'm telling you that when we can have the intention of waking up, then all of a sudden, the first thing that we want to do is not blame ourselves or not blame anyone for anything that's happening. Because it's all about one lesson. We're in a boarding school, reform school on this planet, right? And it's the school of hard knocks. And it's a reform school because we keep having to repeat the same grade. You know what I'm saying? And we don't learn our lessons. We keep repeating. It's called patterns. I talked about those earlier. Habit patterns. We get in the same, different relationship and the same pattern. Same results. And until those patterns can shift by starting with loving compassion that I'm not screwed up. Loving compassion. I'm not. These are energies that I didn't create. And I'm just kind of being a puppet to them right now. But I'm also something that is much more than these energies and patterns. I am something that is much, much more. So there's a lot I can do for myself, starting with being nice, man. If you need a break, if you need a nap, if you need to not get back to someone and be Mrs. Goody Two-Shoes, or Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. Some people are so people-pleasing, man. And they have no life. They're all burned out because they just, what if we say, no, I'm taking some time? Can I tell you what I do in my free time? It's not anything bad. Of course you can, Beansy. Of course you can say it. If it benefit our love chat, our loving kindness shelter tonight, of course. But anyway, yeah. So that's kind of the what we're talking about here. That when we start waking up, or even then, there's just compassion, man. That's why the Dalai Lama, said, oh, if you say I have a religion, it's loving kindness. Man, be nice. It just works like magic. It's just like, it's respect. It's just an inborn respect for life, for people. It acknowledges the goodness in everyone, even though they're horrifically bad. It just has a belief that there is really essentially good in every heart. And no one deserves to be ill-treated. None of us need to ill-treat ourselves. And none of us need to ill-treat anyone else. As I've already used the moccasins, walking someone else's moccasins, you'll just cry tears of compassion. You really will. So this was a time out tonight, kids. Thank you for jumping on the love line tonight for a little TLC. And here's the thing that I love the most. After all my years, of doing all what people would say are spiritual things. and years of meditation. It's been a long time. I am telling you, one of the secrets is that we have it in our power right now to be nice to each other. We have it in our power, good, bad, or ugly life, to be nice to each other. What are you saying now, Beansy? I go to streams that have a little amount of views and I talk to them, and since one person is in it, more people will come and they will get more views, and they deserve to have some help with their stream because they are spending their time to stream for us. Oh, that's so sweet. So you go to streams that have a little amount of views, and I talk to them, and since one person is in it, more people will come. Oh, that is so sweet. And they will get more views, and they deserve to have some help with their stream because they are spending their time to stream for us. Now there's loving kindness, folks. Did you get that, Clark? You see what Beansy brought to the table tonight? That is precious. That is pure gold. That is not of this world. I love it. That is loving kindness to the max. Oh, Beansy, that is so special. Oh my gosh. So welcome here again, though. I'm so glad you are here. And isn't that beautiful? Clark says it's beautiful, Beansy. Perfect. It's just a perfect thing for tonight. I can't tell you how perfect it is. And it just kind of wraps things up for me anyway. On this beautiful night where we just come in here because we have the shelter here on this site. They deserve it. You deserve it. Everyone deserves it. Everyone is a VIP, you know. There's no lessers and there's no graders. There's no one that's more better than someone else, you know. So I will help any way I can. I know. Hey, you are helping because of who you are. And that's a big help. That's a big energy that just popped on the line here. Beansy, real big energy. And we hold that big energy so that whoever comes on, you know, sometimes we get a lot of people on here. This morning I had a lot of people. We hold that they're greeted with respect. They're greeted with love. They're greeted with loving kindness, because I'm telling you, the one thing that I think is my supreme learning in life, that I can decide to be kind. I can decide to be nice, starting with myself. And if I am with myself, I'm going to have a much better day. If I need to take a time out, I'm not have a gun to my head. Please, I need a time out. I just need to restore. I just need loving kindness, and I'm giving to myself. Now I can be that with others, and we practice that here, Beansy. We are in the same boat here. There's nothing that makes us different from any of us. Exactly. We are in totally the same boat. We're in the same soul pod. You know, a pod. We're all in the same big love pod, man. We're all there. We're not even just individualized as much as we are one in that individuality, if that makes any sense. We retain our uniqueness, but it's merged. It's merged. Soul equality. I love it. I'm putting Clark on the ballot. I'm putting Clark on the ballot, man. Soul equality, respect for all. And it's the number one thing that we're going to vote for in this election is be nice to everyone. Be nice. And there's going to be education on it, and there's going to be all kinds of new laws that are adopted on how you and I can be treated fairly, equally, and then bring that to the world, right? How we can learn to self-love, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, and then we're going to bring it to our world, right? Well, we don't need to go to the politic world to do that. We have it right here, and Beansy, you're already doing it, and in your little way, and that is an example again. It's just us guys here on this one tonight, and that example alone creates a possibility for many others to be the same way, Beansy. So way to go. And I know the Clarks personally, and I know that they they are holding some beautiful, beautiful soul qualities too. And beautiful soul qualities, which is affecting big change in their life and big change in other people's lives. And I do my little thing, you know. I just seem to just be like the little tortoise, you know, in the race with the rabbit. And I just like, din, 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 din. I just keep plodding along, baby. And I know where I'm heading. I'm heading into the light. You know, I'm heading into that better part of me. So it's really an inward journey. I like to see it as. I just keep getting closer to the source of the shelter that's within me, man. That is the universal compassion, is the universal love, is the universal respect. Here I go. And I ain't going to, I'm going to got my little like blinders on, and that's it. And the more I do that, the closer I get here, the more it becomes very real. It's called having the experience or the realization of all this stuff. All right. Well, thank you, kids. I'm going to let you off early tonight. As if we ever can get off the love line. You know what I'm saying? Is anyone into more and more love and happiness? I think you're the nicest streamer ever, man. It takes one to know one. But here comes Wizzy. Wizzy will have a few thoughts for us, but first, Wiz, you're getting whizzed off. We have a new way when you come online. The Love Force picks you up, swoops you off your feet, Wiz, takes you to some corner of this universe, and it's just you one-on-one with the Love Force, buddy. And it's just going to love you so much that your mind just goes boop, your feelings go, everything that happened today, all your questions go, and you are just smothered and devoured by the Love Force. And then once you have taken as much as you can, then you come back online. And then whenever a new person comes online, we just have that break and we get devoured again. How is that, Wizzy? Because we're kind of solving the mysteries of life here, aren't we, buddy? Hello, Master Love. I'm building some gaming levels and I'm feeling weird tonight, so having you in the background is the best thing. Good for you. Thanks. I'm glad because we call this the loving kindness shelter tonight, Wiz. You know, just come here for a little TLC, buddy, and a little, just let it go, and just feel the good energy, and all of a sudden everything's better, right? With a lot of loving kindness, and a lot of respect, and a lot of just people just really seeing you, buddy, caring for you, real love coming at you. You made a wise decision jumping online. Woohoo! Right? So yeah, I am insanely wonderful, powerful, and just absolutely crazy in love, Wiz. You know? And so, as I am, you are too. But we were kind of just, we had a little group, we had a little group deep dive. Didn't we, Beansy, for the little time that you were on? We just had a nice little dive. I mean, we all got what we come here for tonight, Wiz. And you're kind of like you're like a pro coming on this line, so I'm sure you're sopping up whatever you need because you come often. Because you're big old open heart, man. So are the Clarks. Clarks are open hearts. Beansy, it's obvious that you are this expanded open heart. An outreaching heart, right? You're reaching out the love. Woo! It was very soothing. Yeah, very soothing. So, Beansy, come back. It's always about this. No, I'm feeling a bit weird tonight. Well, that's a thought form, buddy. Woo! Like those thought bubbles you see in cartoons. I am feeling weird tonight. Body says, okay, we're going to have Wizzy feel weird tonight because Wizzy's mind just suggested that, and we're going to make sure that we follow the orders of Wizzy, so we're going to have a weird night tonight. I'm only content rather than happy. Hey, you always get me, man. You're good. I'm getting to know you pretty good. Oh, good one, Wizzy. You're only content rather than happy tonight. Well, listen, you send a lot of that contentment to people tonight who don't even know what that means, brother. Woo! Are you blessed? Are we blessed? And I'm blessed to have someone who's content on this line. I think we're all kind of contento. Muy contento. I'm glad there are wonderful people like you there for us. Ditto. I will come back, Beansy. Clarks, are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? Thank you for coming to the shelter tonight. Thank you for dipping into the love stream with us tonight. Thank you so much for everything you are and you continue to be. Right? Steady. Tortoise won the race, kids. Not the fast, restless rabbit. No, it's just our breath at a time. Whew, I love our strategy. I love strategy, don't you guys? All right, so we'll see you real soon. Awesome. In the meantime, we are the Love Force Revolution, meaning that we are in a constant love shower of unspeakable love and unspeakable light, not to mention our subject tonight, which is compassion, kindness, respect. Oh my gosh. Oh, forgiveness, everything beautiful, everything, peace. Oh man, we're the luckiest travelers in this universe, aren't we? Das Cat Goat! Oh my gosh. And it's a love saver. Yes, it's a love saver, Clark. Always keep a pack of love savers in your pocket, kids, or in your purses. A pack of love savers, because you never know when you're going to need to have a love moment. Well, I know when you do, every moment. How's that? Das Cat Goat, we're going to kind of sign off early, but you know the drill, man. There's enough love here to change the world, man. So you just sip it up. You have your nip, or have a big old stein full, big old, whatever they call those big things of beer. You just drink the love force in, man, until you are just out of your rocker, so happy, so content, so full of loving kindness, because we were just in a shelter tonight, Das Cat Goat, of loving kindness and respect, self-love, self-respect. Be nice. I said 2 words will take care of everything. Be nice. So that's a little, yeah. Thank you, my brother, for coming online. I swear, when you come online, the universe swoops you up and takes you to a corner of the universe and loves you up until that's all you know, until you're just drunk and you say, look, I cannot take any more. And then it brings you back online, and you're so filled up, so dead drunk that you just share that with the world. You know. Clark, sweet dreams. Ronnie's in. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm sad now. I'm happily sad. Ronnie, you didn't miss a thing. You're just loved, man. You are loved to kingdom come. So just enjoy the loving, brother. And all this means is that we're going to make up for lost time, so to speak, the next time you come on the line. Right? You didn't miss a thing, brother. You're in the love stream. You can't get out of the love stream. Love stream is with you now and always. No, there's nothing to miss. There's everything to just be drenched in, though. There's just everything to receive, my brother. So receive even more love. Coming on last, the last shall be the first. Something like that. I shall. And I love you all more than I did yesterday, and I couldn't love you any more than I could yesterday, but I found out today that I can. And guess what? It works for tomorrow, too. Love to the fullest, everybody. Love to the max. Love until you just don't have 1 ounce of any more energy to love. Max it out, baby. Go to sleep, and tomorrow you will find that you just created a bigger, expanded heart capable of even topping your top today. Tomorrow we're going to top it off. And so on. Do the math. Ronnie, Clark, Das Cat Goat, Beansy, Clark, Wiz, do the math. We're talking about the little baby tortoise steps, man. Right? Every day we love to the max. And then we top off the next. Woo! How is that that was a curtain call, Ronnie. You got the curtain call, man. Because we saved the best for last, Ronnie. You guys are all top of the line, man. You all are beyond deserving of love. You are the love. You are totally, simply marvelous, darling. You are Love Force Revolution. Whew. All right. I'll see you topping this tomorrow, I hope. Thanks, dude. You're welcome, Ronnie. Yeah, baby. Love, love, love.